Okay, so this is episode 2 of this series. So I've got the first episode up here, Dozen 88 Skyebrows Showcase, the first 100 Skyebrows Cinematic Universe videos I reacted to. So this was the first episode I made 2 weeks ago. And it's exactly what the title says. I look at 100 videos that I reacted to in the Skyebrows Cinematic Universe. So not by Skyebrows himself, but by the people gathering around Skyebrows and doing similar things. And so Skyebrows himself is excluded from this list. And I divided it into the dozen and the 88, which I will do again with this episode. There's no other ranking other than just those two categories. And the top dozen are selected according to particular criteria. So basically there's three things that I use for most of what it is. One is the number of hits that a video gets, which is love from outside the Skyebrows community. Another is how much I personally like a video, so love from me. And another one is how much positive talk I've heard about a video, so that's love from inside the Skyebrows community. So three different places that the love comes from are the primary things that I use to determine what goes in the top dozen. And now there are some additional criteria for what goes into the top dozen. For example, videos that would be a conflict of interest if I place them into the top dozen are not eligible for consideration. They will still be in the 100, but they will not be in the top dozen. And last time there were 3 videos like that. This time there's only 1 video like that. Additionally, I wanted to say that there's criteria for what goes into the top 100. So if we go and we look at this playlist here that I've got, you can see that the Skyebrows related content I've reacted to, a lot of it, so more than 350 videos now. On the first Dozen 88 showcase, there were some things that were excluded from the 100, and those same things will be excluded this time. So that will be, videos by Skyebrows himself, of course, and also certain other categories such as videos that are just people like talking about their channel or their character or their monetization or their VTuber model or some controversy or something like that. If it's just people talking about something like that, it is a Skyebrows community video, and I did react to some of those, but those will be excluded from the 100 because I want those to just be basically animated music videos or music or skits, AI skits. So one of those things, not just people talking about their channel or whatever. So that's one thing. Another thing as far as what gets excluded from the 100 is I had to change the criteria a little bit this time. So last time I excluded teasers and recaps for the most part. So something that was just an excerpt or a teaser. Most of them were excluded. One of them I did include because it was pretty extensive teaser, but most of them that I'd reacted to, I excluded those. Also, last time and this time, I am excluding things that are like 2 versions of the same thing by the same person. Like if they did a rough draft version or more than one rough draft version and a final version, and I reacted to the rough drafts and the final, you're not going to see like 2 or 3, versions of the same thing. by the same person. If different people did versions of the same thing and they each did their own unique spin on it, then I can include those, but not by the same person. Another thing that I did for this one that I did not do for the last episode is for this one, I decided to exclude videos that are less than 30 seconds. So there were actually quite a lot of those this time, and it was unbalancing the list, I felt like. And, and sometimes they're really good. It's like, oh, this is only 10 seconds long, but it's really good. But I felt that like there were just too many of them this time, and it was unbalancing the list. So this time things have to be at least 30 seconds in order to be included in the 100. There were a lot of things, particularly by PsyOp anime, that were like 15 seconds, or they were just basically looked like they were teasers for what would eventually be included in their next World War III episode. So a lot of those things got excluded. And and I also wanted to say there's something else that's excluded from the 100, and that is videos that were deleted. And that happened with the first episode also. So the first episode, the first 100 Skyebrows Cinematic Universe videos, there were some that were deleted. There were at least 2 that I could figure out that were deleted. And this time, I was able to figure out between the time I started building the list, and I've got the list right here. So this is the 100 right here. Between the time I started building this list and when I started making this episode here, 2 of them got deleted. You can see them here and here. So that's why there's 102 videos. I had to add 2 more at the last moment because 2 of them that would have been here got deleted. And I figured out who they were. So this one, Whalesbane. So Whalesbane has been deleted. I'm not sure if Whalesbane deleted their own channel or if YouTube did. I think when it has this screen, it means they deleted their own channel. But anyways, if people delete their videos, then they're not included in the 100. But if they re-upload them later on, and want me, then I could include it in a future episode. If Whalesbane re-uploaded those videos, I could maybe get them into the next dozen 100 collection, but not going to be able to do it now. Okay, so that's how the 100 were figured out, and I think, one more thing. If you go here, you might notice, look at all these tabs. So the last time I did this, I had a bunch of technical issues from too many tabs open. Basically what I tried to do is I tried to open all 88, and then after that I had a playlist with the dozen on it. And then I had a whole bunch of problems with the videos not loading or taking forever to load, or when they did load, they looked really pixelated and not like they actually did. And I tested it before I started too, and it seemed to work fine. But then when I did the actual recording, it was doing that. And my computer, didn't work correctly. Even after I'd finished the recording and I shut down all the tabs, my computer didn't do YouTube correctly for, I think it was about half an hour afterwards. It was really bad. So this time, instead of doing that, I'm going to open up around 10 tabs at a time. I'm going to pause the reaction, and then I'll set up the next 10 or so, and then restart the reaction. So you won't see the part while I'm paused. It'll just skip immediately to when I've got it set up with the next 10 or so. So that's what I'm going to do. And so hopefully that'll solve the technical issues this time. And then the dozen, of course, will be saved for the very end. And and one more thing I wanted to show you. So this is dozen 88 plans. This is an unlisted playlist here. and 102 videos, 2 of them deleted. But I wanted to show you what would happen if the only criteria I used was just the number of hits. So let's sort it by popular and see what happens. Okay, and then we're at the bottom. Okay, let's go to the top. Yeah, so if we sorted it by most popular, if that was the only criteria I used, these here are the dozen that would be on that list. And obviously that's not the only criteria. So it would be mostly PSYOP anime videos and the Holy Ball, Mushi, and Fashizi. So it would be almost entirely made of PSYOP anime and just a few other creators. That would be who it would be, you know, Fashizi and the Holy Ball and Mushi, and everyone else would be out of luck. So yeah, I'm not doing that, but if that was my criteria, that's the way it would be. Okay, so now that we've gotten all that context out of the way, and oh yeah, one more thing is that what's going into the top dozen, it is I believe in separation of the artist and the work, so it is not based on any person's behavior or on any friendship that I have with people. I am trying to make it as unbiased as possible. It doesn't matter how well or poorly you behave to me or to my friends. It should not affect whether your video goes into the top dozen or not. I'm trying to make it like that, unbiased. And of course, I'm human, so I'll have a little bit of bias no matter how much I try to get rid of it. But I am trying to make it unbiased and completely separate the artist and the art. Okay, so let's go, and we're going to go to the first one. Oh yeah, and each of these I have at a particular number of seconds mark, see, like this, because what I'm trying to do is I hope that people outside the Skyebrows community will eventually see this episode of mine, and maybe they can introduce themselves to the Skyebrows community that way and sort of sample what we have to offer. And I tried to figure out for the 88, for the dozen, I'm just going to play the first little bit of each video. And I can't play much of any video because I just don't have the time. It's just a showcase. But for the 88, I'm going to play just a little bit of each video, starting at a second mark where I think it will be the most understandable and impressive to a completely new viewer who doesn't know anything about the Skyebrows community. So they'll either see some really good music or some really impressive animation, or maybe I can find a place where both are happening at the same time. Or maybe there'll be a particularly funny joke right in that area of the music video. So anyways, I tried to do that, so that's what these second marks mean. Okay, so this is the first one, Nicola, and you might notice that it's from 2 years ago, and normally I would exclude videos that people made before the Skyebrows community even existed, which the Skyebrows community is only about 5 months old, 6 months old. So normally I would exclude these, but this is about Nicola's character, and Nicola is very firmly cemented as part of the Skyebrows community now, and it uses a bunch of techniques that the Skyebrows community uses, although it is, a lot of it was made without AI, so there's very minimal AI usage in this. Most of it was made without AI. But based on some of the same principles. So anyways, we're going to see just a little bit of this. This would normally be excluded since it's 2 years old, but I felt like it fit well enough, you know, not precisely, but well enough, even though it's not really AI, to put in here. Okay, so let's get it reloaded to the timestamp. Yeah, and I felt like that was a very emotionally impactful part of the video. There's an earlier part where she's at a concert, but this part where she's just practicing the guitar in her room, I felt was the most emotionally impactful part of the video. There is a little part at the end here, but I can't show too much of any particular video. Okay, so the next one, and this is Delta Wolf. So this is 4 months ago, so pretty early video. And yeah, some of these really early videos, you gotta, think of them as early videos, so don't be too hard on them. But Delta Wolf has done some pretty good work. But yeah, when the earlier videos in this list, they're going to be on average, the rougher work. So be thoughtful and take that into context. Okay, let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, and then we can't really have too much of any one video showcased, so let's go to the next one, which is also Delta Wolf, and this one is also 4 months ago, but let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, sorry, it's not going full screen. Why won't it go full screen? Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, that looks like an anime, and it's got really good fight choreography for 4 months ago. Yes, okay. Oh yeah, and you might wonder, I forgot to tell you that the 88 I'm doing in chronological order, starting with the oldest ones. That's why these are so old. But the dozen I'm doing in alphabetical order by title. Okay, so yes. This is 3 months ago, so we're getting closer and closer to the present. That's why Delta Wolf has a lot of older ones. That's why it's mostly Delta Wolf right now. Okay, so let's make it big. Okay, sorry. Let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, why are you going into theater mode? No, don't do that. Okay, go. Okay, so that's enough of that one. And now we're going, and yeah, because it's chronological order, it is Delta Wolf again. Okay, so let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, And then we're going to the next creator, Music Satire. And this is, they have very good recent stuff. This is 3 months ago, and definitely their rougher work. But I did go back and react to this. So here it is. And so I'm going to try to show you, and it's a Jujutsu Kaisen parody. So if you know about Jujutsu Kaisen openings, you'll recognize some familiar stuff here. Okay, so let's reload it to the timestamp.
Exposing lies, eating fries, landing on war zone or slaying gnomes. 熱に浮かされ舵を握れ。We are streamers, getting paid to talk or just game. Hit that like I need the fame. Thumbs up, thumbs down, we just care. Trump's new news, tariffs are unfair. Ice is good, ice is bad. We just cover
Okay, so that is pretty cool. Okay, and then the next one is PSYOP Anime recap of the February 2026 Bitcoin crash. Very funny. There's several places in this that I could have shown, but I wanted to show this timestamp right here. Let's reload it to the timestamp.
Naniを見ている?
Okay, so that was pretty cool. And now we've got another older video, but it doesn't look like an older video. It's very well done. Itami. And okay, so let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, sorry, let's make it big. Let's go. Okay, and then we can't show very much of any video, and it's time to pause and load about 10 more tabs. Okay, we got the next 10 set up, and we're starting with PSYOP Anime, so Reptilian Ritual. Let's look at this for a bit. Okay, cool. And then we're back to Delta Wolf. And of course, because we're going chronologically, and Delta Wolf has a bunch of older stuff that I looked at during that second time period, my second 100 SCU videos. Let's go. Okay, and we can't actually listen to very much of any one video, but yeah, that's mostly the still picture, but it does have animation at the beginning and at the end. And then Delta Wolf again, Boosted. Let's look at this one. Okay, and then PSYOP Anime again. Okay, let's try to do it manually instead of reloading it. I'll go back here. Okay, let's make it big and let's go.
この人たちは狂っている。 卵の価格は下がっている。ダウ平均は5万ポイントを超えている。こんな負け犬どもの言うことを聞くな。アメリカ
Yep. And Psyop Anime has like 2 versions of Trump. This one I don't think looks as good as the other version. Okay. And then we've got Julie LaCroix, who used to be called Julie on the Cross. And this is Cleopatra AI. Okay, so let's reload to this timestamp.
Dante said I deserve hell. Octavian's a jealous prick. Shakespeare's under my spell. All men and their joysticks. Glitch wired in your mind. Too late to pull out fishnets intertwined. Dilate and blow out. Suffer from thrust issues. Stocked on budget tissues and
Okay. And then we gotta go to the next one. That's really good. Okay, so this is Grumpy Whiskers and a very early Grumpy Whiskers video. So this is what Grumpy Whiskers looked like before they really got their talent figured out. Okay, oh yeah, and let's reload it to the timestamp. Okay, so the animation is somewhat on the rough side, but the music is really good. Let's go to the next one. So this is Music Satire, Lead the Way. And let's look at a little bit of this one. Okay, very good stuff. And now, a wild Iraqi chasing the rush. Let's reload to the timestamp. Okay, and let's make it big. Okay, very good stuff, and we gotta keep moving. Okay, so here is Psyop Anime again. Yeah, they've got quite a lot of material. Let's make it big, and let's go.
国民に説明できるか。なぜお前は子供を人身売買し犯した数万長者を守っているのか。なぜお前を人身売の儀式を犯した億万長者を守っているのか。
ダウ平均は今5万ドルを超えています。S&P は7000部前、ナスディックも過去最高を更新しています。それこそ話題にすべきことです。それがエプスタインのファイドと何のか。
Yep, very good. Yeah, and this one I had a hard time deciding which clip to show. There's also a clip earlier with this guy's hand shaking that was a really emotional part of this video. Okay, and then we got Psyop Anime again, and I'm going to try to manually put it on the timestamp. Okay, let's go.
どうしてみんな普通にしていられるんだ。知らないのか。奴らは食べてたんだ。子供を食べてたんだ。子供を食べてたんだよ。
政治エレイトが未成年を含む人身売
Okay, so that is the next batch. Let's pause it and get 10 more up. Okay, so the next batch of 10, we're going to go ahead and start with Grumpy Whiskers right here. And let's go.
They can call me what they want, let them talk their ugly lies. I'll still be here when morning comes, still singing with these eyes. I won't give in, I won't back down, I'll keep my truth alive. Let them hate, let them scream, I'm still here, still alive. They smile while they twist the knife, pretend they're doing good.
Yep, very good stuff. And yeah, that is me. That is me. Okay, so let's go to Cleopatra by Julie LaCroix again. And I think I can get it manually up to here. Okay, there we go. Let's go.
Oh, she's mad at the world, at the stove, at the bread. Why the fuck does garlic keep going straight to my head? Scrolling on her phone while the pot boils over. Burnt on crust, kitchen looking hungover. Still plates that disaster like it's royal cuisine. Screams kneel for your queen and need the shit clean. Whole ass anthem for the mighty and useless. Got crowns, got claws, but the pasta stay ruthless. If flexing was a meal, she'd be feeding the city. But dinner's just vibes, overcooked and shitty.
Yep, very good stuff, but we can't watch much of any particular one. Okay, so the next one here is Losing Pixels, which refers to when you look at the sky and you see that that stealth bomber up there, it looks like the sky is missing pixels. Okay, let's go.
Rise at dawn, swarm the night, shadows burning bright. Hundreds fly, the skies deny. Patriot wars, watch them die. Volume high, impact low. Fragments fall, that's all you throw.
Intercepted, faded, gone, no hit, no scar, logged out.
Sky's losing pixels.
Yep, very cool stuff. Counterintelligent, but we can't spend very long on any particular one. Okay, so let's go. This is Secondhand Nostalgia by Occultus Notitia that tells most people to just call him Ocno. Okay, let's make it big and let's go.
Like you were just there without a care in the world. With no responsibilities, like the summer air, another state fair in the world. Free with no responsibilities. Secondhand nostalgia. The person you once were is gone, living in a world that's way.
Okay, and let's go to the next one. We got Psyop Anime again. Let's look at this one.
代表チームが国家の宰相を拒否しました。政権は彼女たちを戦時中の裏切り者として非難しています。彼女たちはイランに帰国した場合、政権によって処刑される可能性があると報じられています。
Okay, and let's go to the next one. So we got Eli Lee here. Flow of the Future. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at it.
Eyes on the screen at 3 a.m. You came alive in the marginals. Thought experiment in my head started talking back in code. Tangled in logic.
I live in chains of a darker timeline. Flow of the future running through our hands, more than a rumor.
Okay, very good stuff, and let's go. The next one is Surreality by Jaded Fett, and there's a little bit of resolution problems in the video itself, but the music is very high quality. Okay, let's keep going.
What is the meaning of this reality? Creativity blurs the lines between what's real and the void between what is seen and what could be. What if the future is a reality?
Okay, very good. And let's go to the next one. This is Kura Anagarashi, and with Kura Anagarashi AMV, so basically an AMV about his character. And this is not him, this is the X count. Okay, let's keep going.
The holy one that I serve, live for the fight, every nerve on the curve. Golden red fire in the midst of the storm. Prove myself worthy only to the Lord. Wild in the woods where the weak ones break. Two-tone mane whipping while the ground starts to shake. Clever trap snap like a wolf in the night, but the cross on my chest keeps the darkness in sight. No arrogance, just honest and raw. Every scar on my soul is a prayer to the one and only King. Axes carved legends where the cowards would run. I was born for the battle, thy will be done. No shift, just the strength. Crave the pain for the king.
Okay, very good stuff. We gotta keep moving. We got a Wild Iraqi with New Dreams here, and I'm gonna try to do it manually. Yeah, it's right about there. Okay, let's go.
Skyebrows came, he showed us the cream. Now we're all rocking in a field of brand new dreams.
This new sound is yours to take.
Crank up the volume, let the ground shake.
Take my hand, let's escape the fire.
Open your heart and let me take you higher.
Dreaming of the cream, turn it up along.
Let the picture scream. They said it's fake, but we made it real. Cold in the veins, got a heart you can feel. Dreaming of the cream, new kind of love in a laser beam.
Okay, very good stuff, but we gotta keep moving. We've got Eli Lee again with Deuce Volt. Okay, let's make it big and let's go.
Pass it down. If you're starving for truth, step closer. There's a table, there's a place. Sit now.
Come now,
There's hope. We stand in the fire, unforsaken. There's hope. God the weak when the world's forsaken. When the lies flood in like a poison sea, we raise that cross like a burning tree. There's hope for the lost, for the last, for the broken. There's hope. Every promise he gave still spoken. When the dark says nothing matters.
Okay, very good stuff, and now we gotta pause for the next 10. Okay, I'm back with the next 10. We're starting with Shut In Superstar by Null FM. Let's look at this one.
if I walk out the door, they'll see cracks in my reflection. So I sing in the self-made protection. I've been training to fail in advance, running laps in a cage in my chest. Every what if is pulling me backwards, so I stay here and call it rest. I'm a shut-in superstar in my mind, perfect.
gotta keep moving. Sorry, I can't do much of any video. Okay, so here's Mushi with Dear Me. This is a Leaflet fan music video, so this is Leaflet. And, okay, let's rewind it to the timestamp.
So I'm writing to the version I haven't met yet. Do the questions get answered or just better dressed when the cameras go dark and the comments reset? Did we patch up the world or just update what we accept? Hey, let it to myself in the future tense. Did the truth get loose or lose its sense? If the timeline bends, will you still feel this tense or finally breathe between events? If I burn out young, will you blame this draft or the way the engagement kept demanding I adapt? If they hand you a plat from polished platinum pack, will you speak for the silenced or just stack and subtract? I'm folding this note in a question mark shape, sent from blue light through a restless headspace. If I ever forget what I logged in to say, read me back to myself from the version I saved. I'm writing to the version.
Yep, okay, very good stuff there. Very philosophical. Okay, and now we've got Rivunami with 24 kilobyte gold tinted memeplex. So before we start this one, I wanted to say that for this particular batch of the dozen in this second episode, I had a lot harder time deciding which ones would go into the dozen and which ones would not. In the first episode, there were like 3 or 4 that I really wanted to put into the dozen that I did not. It was just not enough space in there, but they were almost good enough to be in there. But for this batch, I think it was more like 20 that I was like, oh man, there's like so many that I want to put into the dozen. And this was one of them. This was one that did not make it into the dozen. But yeah, really good quality. Let's go.
Break the unbreakable, watch out for that bear, he's quite unshakable. Surfing the net towards a golden age, travel back in time from your homepage. Show us memes with cream topped in chocolate rain, we'll take a little stroll down memory lane. Older than your gram, but there's no dust. 24 kilos of JPEG crust, just like the cheese, this golden memeplex stands alone. The pool's gotta close for reasons you have known. Extensive legends of the Katnarog lore. Long cat and techno shall settle the score. A third in the ceiling watching your room, and the yellow one that's speedy gone with the boom. Now look to your left, that ominous pressure. Scout is not wrong, power with no clear measure. One famous redhead clown with crazy eyes delivers a happy set of burgers and fries. Versus the vamp in intimidating pose. Epic road roller, all time he has surfing the net to.
Yep, very good, but we can't watch too much of any one video. And then we've got Occultus Notitia again with Ave Christus Rex. So right here, and let's go.
Can't win, it's already over. There's no luck, no 4-leaf clover.
2,000 years plus 26 to die.
And no Dominique winning in the stat.
Ave Christus Rex, he has already won. Ave Christus Rex, he finished it done.
All come to him who are weary or burdened. He's giving you freedom from this world that are burdened. Stress, anxiety, fear, or sadness.
Okay, very good. And let's move on. And then we got Sharing the Love by Kenny the Hound. And this was another one that I was like, oh man, almost got into the top dozen. Okay, let's go.
Turning into wings, every scar I drag uphill sing. I am stronger still. We climb for the top, sharing the love. Hands pulled from the dark to the sun above. Every bruise, every fall turns to power when we stand up tall. We climb for the top. Love, sharing the love. Dust in my throat, old fears in my...
Yep, very good. And let's go Cultus Notitia again with You Said It Wrong, which is about how people mispronounce his name most of the time. Okay, let's keep going.
It's not your fault, I pick hard words. Every time it's said, it's so absurd. It's Ogno, our culture's Notitia. And if you get it right, I'm gonna get with ya. Give a big like and leave a comment. It's Ogno too, but you should know this. Boom bam, you said it wrong. Working on my vids all day long. Someone goes and looks and butchers my name. It's okay, my guy, it's part of the game. It's Ogno, our culture's Notitia. And if you get it right, I'm gonna get with ya. Give a big like and leave a...
Yep. So, very cool. Very cute little video. And then we got Eli Lee again. And this is the lore of his VTuber character origin, the electric eel guy. Okay, let's watch just a little bit.
Father's axe split the wave in rage. Lightning kissed the endless page. We're dead or drowned in secret sleep. A cradle born where tempest creep. Serpent of sparks, forgotten child. Coiled in depths, electric and wild. Sealed in silent, vortex spun. Waiting for the storm to come. Rain remembers, rivers sing. Divine clock ticks on lightning wings. Frequency rising, cracks appear. The maelstrom calls, can you hear? I am the spark they tried to forget. Leviathan rising, no regrets. Resonant thunder in my veins ignite. Electric eel awakens through the endless night. Duke of the deep, maelstrom's air. Forgotten no more, feel the air.
Oh, and there's some interesting thing down below you might want to look at. Okay, and then we got to move on. It's been so long. So this is a collaboration between A Wild Iraqi and Enter 2 Credits. Okay, so let's just go a little bit back. Okay, let's make it big, and here we go.
And it's been so long since I could claim I wasn't chained to the knee. And it's been too long since I looked in the mirror and felt any peace. And it's been so long since I wrecked it all again the way I always do. And it's been so long, but the chaos fades to nothing when I'm next to you. And all the nights I've lost to black, no matter how left it appears, the wreckage I've left behind, I've torn everything apart once more, once more.
Okay, so very good, but we just can't watch much of any video. And this one is by Silas Frostrunner. Yeah, it's got a weird title because it's kind of trolling these two guys. So this is a joke video that was made to be deliberately cringy. Yeah, so kind of about trying to get the attention of a big VTuber, but more about the process of that than about actually trying to do it, being like deliberately funny and cringy.
Once, avoiding like my west brains. Every scream I watch, I'm right around me dying of love. Here goes Doki Doki Kaboom Beam Beam. Senpai! one. Ooh, hoppa. Face flat, estimate, winky, mickey, nuzzle, nuzzle, tiger, swishy, swishy, spinny, spinny, 1D, you itty bitty fox. Eagles make me weep, blue tears and some juice everywhere. Where cue the sound in the empty ram will give you split step on my existence, queen. From hiding in my punky footway, typing down a message is the chaos.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Definitely hits the target, but it's also got a catchy song, even so. Okay, so let's look at Occultus Notitia again. And yep, this is really cool. Let's look at it.
Stop the illusion. We always stronger when we stand in unison.
Too many break, too many fall. Dissolved in the rift, never answer the call. Distracted by darkness, they turn off the flame. But we must remember we are not the same.
Apart for a purpose. You and I have got this.
Yep, very cool. And that is the last of this batch of 10, so let's pause it. Okay, so we're starting the next batch of 10 with PSYOP anime again. Let's go.
大規模な衝突へと発展させることなく、あなた方に核開発計画の放棄を迫ることにある。
なるほど。ご尽力に感謝します。ハッカー・カールソン。
Yeah, sorry, I spoiled the whole joke of this one for you. Sorry about that. But it was the best part. Okay, so now we're going to All Your Base Smokey Fox. So a meme video and a very early Smokey Fox video. Let's go.
In a database, a nameless face made of code, 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 code. Lines of code in the midnight glow. Songs and stories in a data flow, 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 flow. Fast production, endless supply. But you can't teach a circuit. Why? Oh man, all your base all belong to us. All your base, they belong to us. Echo in the wires, echo in the dust. Base. All your base all belong to us. All your
Yep, so a really cool, extremely catchy song. You can see the earlier animation was a bit rough, so that's an early Smokey Fox video. Okay, let's go, and this is Nihilith, and this is, a little bit lower quality, but it's one of his snack pack videos, so basically meant to be fun and a joke. Which it hits on both targets.
I wanna munch with you every day. I'm your little nom child, okay. Every night munch with me, munch please. Every night munch with me, munch please. You are my nom. I love you, nom. All for nom.
Okay, so lots of fun and very stupid and silly. Okay, and then let's completely change the mood, going to Louisverse, and this is one of her character backstories, which apparently there'll be a bunch more coming. This is the first one that's dedicated to just one character, and let's look at just a bit of it. Okay, let's go.
I marched 10,000 miles to hold the line, to keep the Emperor's golden banners high. Ooh,
Okay, so that's an alternate world version of Japan. And we don't have time for more of this. Sorry, Louisverse. We got to keep moving. Okay, so this is Julie LaCroix again with Meow Patra. And this is one that I did react to just a little bit of it in a react video, multi-pack. Yeah, because it said do not react to this in the description, which I took seriously, so I watched it privately and then I talked about it in my react video and showed like one still frame. But yeah, I did technically react to this, even though it was mostly just talking about what I had seen. Okay, so this is a silly video, and that do not react in the description is not serious, it's a joke. Okay, so let's keep going.
Walk on a wild, whiskering morning light. Royal room reeling, something's not right. Silken sheets slipping beneath tiny feet. Golden girl queen now padding on paws.
Yeah, and that's me there. Yeah, so this is a very cute video. And then let's move on. So this is a collaboration. So Eli Lee and Opal Usagi, the outer space bunny VTuber who eats gemstones and has iridescent fur. Okay, so this is kind of like a character story for this character, this VTuber, Opal Usagi, meeting Eli Lee and being introduced to Eli Lee's Sky City.
Shiniest rabbit in the game, don't you know? Make way for the UFO. Like do you love me? You're still locked in. Like do you love me? Can't look away again. If you're lying with me, big things. Appreciate if you're throwing shade, keep it moving. Don't want like do you love me? You're still locked in. Like do you love me? Can't look away again. If you're lying with me, big things. Appreciate if you're throwing shade, keep it moving. I'm small, got a huge attitude. No die needed, I'm feathered like a dude. I ain't got the biggest headset phone stream, but my disc is hit like laser beams. Got holographic shimmer on my fur.
Okay, and there we go. Let's keep moving. Now we got Sir Squints. Some people might remember his old username, Sir Squintifer. But he shortened it to Sir Squint, I think because people were mispronouncing it as Sir Squintifier instead of Sir Squintifer. So he shortened it to make it easier. So yes, this is the same person. And so I had a hard time figuring out what part of this video to show because there's a lot of good parts. But I think this part back at the end has a really good animation and sort of encapsulates the feeling of this video well. Let's keep going. Okay, and that was actually the end of the video there. Yeah, and then we got the Skyebrows Cinematic Universe logo. Okay, so let's move on. So this is Occultus Notitia again with Chipped. And this is a very emotionally impactful song, well, especially if you watch the whole thing, but we're just going to watch a few seconds.
4 times, not okay, I was lying. 5 times, please stop, I'm trying. 6 times, I'm not denying. 7 times, this really hurts. 8 times, this never works. Chipped away, a little at a time. Chipped away, gotta say, it's breaking down my mind.
Okay, so you can watch the rest of that yourself, and of course there'll be links, and this is here, next one, our seal of approval by Dot Pocket. So this is one that I did mention there's 3 major criteria: love from inside the Skyebrows community, love from outside the Skyebrows community, and love from me. That I sort of use a mix of those, and not weighed according to a formula, but sort of like winging it to mostly determine what goes into the top dozen, although there's some other criteria I use as well. But if the only criteria I used was positive talk from inside the Skyebrows community, if that was the only criteria, this video would definitely be in the top dozen. So yeah, this is very beloved by people inside the Skyebrows community. Let's watch a little bit of it.
Scrolls quiet hours when doubt creeps in slow. Let's seal appear soft. Let's the real feeling show. I seal of approval, rolling gentle and deep. Skyebrows drifting where the wild ones sleep. Through slope and through shine, we carry the flame. One part, one current, calling each name. Our seal of approval, whisper on the way. We're here, we're enough, no longer needed.
Yep. So this is a lot of like phrases that referenced the community and things within the community. And yeah, this stuff gets quoted a bunch. Okay, so let's go back to Occultus Notitia. And this is Grilled Salmon, a music video based entirely on a pun, the salmon with grills. So basically a joke video. Let's look at it a bit.
Salmon. What's on the menu? Not grilled salmon. Who's your new boss? It's grilled salmon. Who's the MVP? It's grilled salmon. Who's the Rizzler? It's grilled salmon. Grilled salmon, taking the lead. Hey, hey. Grilled salmon, a whole different breed. Bro, I think you should throw it back.
Okay, let's pause and let's go to the next batch. Okay, we got the next 10, and we're starting with Fashizi Keep Seething. So this is a Nuxanor or Nuxtaku tribute video, and really hard to pick one spot to just show a few seconds of in this video because it's pretty great. And as you can see, 60,000 views in 2 months. So this would have been in the top dozen if I'd just used view count. Yeah, and this is one of those that it almost got into the top dozen, but as you can see, it's still in the 88. Sorry about that, Fashizi. Okay, let's go.
Go, keep the logic tight, I'm the toxic king in the blue-white light. Hussins in the mansion, stalling up the stream while I'm an undeniable digital dream. Red X vision on a porcelain face, I'm the only unit that you can't replace. Analyze and see while the logic dissolves, I'm the only problem that you'll never solve. The last city rising, the mask is a shield to the lord of the degenerates. Everyone yields, no brakes on the engine, no cap on the seat. I'm the G-force pressure that you can't ever leave. High with monster, you're losing the fight. Keep seething. Monetize drama, I'm doing it right. Keep seething. Impossible logic, the king of the trash. I'm the only one who survives the crash. Chaos on the camshocks, hit yields fall. Lord of the flex, yeah, I'm running it all. 5 pages, say yeah, read the first line, then I hit the fan, everything is fine. Impossible geometry, the
Okay, yep, so gotta keep moving. Okay, so, oh yeah, and we got Fashizi right here. This is his self-representation character. So this is an Occultus Notitia video about a bunch of Skybros in the Skyebrows community trapped inside a claw game, and Avted Fatash is trying to capture them. So a very cute and silly video that's deliberately silly. Okay, let's go. very cool and very silly. And then we've got Sky Deck Scramble by Kenny the Hound. And this is one of those where there was also a lot of positive talk inside the Skyebrows community for this video. So yeah, it's a lot of things that almost got into the top dozen but did not. Let's look at it.
Links, tangle web, who's who, where they at? Characters whispering, schemes they attract. I am pseudo and your info is my desire.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who, a fleeting glance.
Info overload, brain cells on fire. Skydeck's humming, taking me higher. Gotta catch 'em all, every last wire. Knowledge my weapon, my ultimate desire. Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold. Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears, worth more than gold.
Social circles, intricate dance.
Yep. So gotta keep moving. And now let me just, sorry, gotta pause for a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to check on something. Okay, so now we're going to Say the Line by The Holy Ball. And look at this, 40,000 views. So another one that could have gotten into the top dozen on views alone if that was the only criteria. And also very good in a bunch of other ways. So, just missed getting into the top dozen. Like I said, there were a whole bunch of videos this time that it was really hard to decide whether to put them in the top dozen or not. Okay, let's go.
And this is freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom. This is real freedom. Freedom to sing. Freedom to dance. Freedom to joke. Freedom for a chance. Freedom for me. Freedom for you. There's more for you to do. More for you to do. There's more within you too.
Yep, I wanted to show the part where Skyebrows broke the screen and where Leaflet and her mother did the missile that opened up the sky to the bright blue sky instead of the dreary one. Okay, but there is a ton of this video that I was like, is this part a good part to show? Is this part a good part? There's a lot of good parts in this video. Okay, so let's go, and this is American Might by Music Satire, and let's look at a bit of this one.
We didn't start this war,
この決定は国の安全のためだ。
but under President Trump we are finishing it.
They started it, we're finishing it. They're war on America.
何を撃ってるの？全部だ！
Against their total.
This will be probably your only chance in a generation.
Right off the ground.
ボートが必要だ。申し訳ないができないよ。
Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this is Story by Ohio Birdman, and yes, that's how it's pronounced. That is not an L in there, that's a capital I. Let's look. So this is very much about the power of storytelling. Let's look at the music video.
With blank page to be filled, the book is open, everything is willed. From day to night, our private dreams take flight. A spark to life is reaching towards new heights. My life will dawn. Story goes on.
Okay, yep, so about the power of storytelling and creativity, and by Ohio Birdman. And then Let's Go, From the Dark by A Wild Iraqi. So this is a really dark topic, very important though, very sad, but very important. Let's look at just a little bit of it.
Full of messages I'd never read. Try to say goodbye in ink. Folded notes I'd never send. Every mirror, every drink. Turn my own reflection into an enemy. But I built a fire from the dark. From the nights I almost tore myself apart. From the cuts, from the calls, from the this is all my fault. I turned every scar into a spark. I built a fire from within the dark. Now it burns bright in my hands.
So you can light your own fire.
From the embers where I stand.
Yep, so very good, and it did make me cry in my reaction to this. Okay, so let's completely change the mood to The Quackening by Angry Duck, and a silly video, although it does touch on some deep topics, but pretty silly for the most part. Let's look at it. This is a lot of fun.
The quackening is happening. It's swimming through the air. Billboards flash, everything's ducky, and nobody seems to care. I'm posting proof on every app. They come and take your meds. The quackening is happening, and I'm the only one left. I lock the bathroom door, hard hammering mean. Mirror fogs up, but I wipe it down clean. 2 black beads where my eyes used to be. A little yellow bill and feathers on my sleeve. I scream, not a scream, a soft little sound, and suddenly the panic just drains right out. The water feels warmer, serenity is found. I tilt my head with the realization profound. The quackening, it happened. I didn't have to fight. I was quacking all along. In the mirror, in the night. Cleo used to softer too. They were never really wrong.
Yep, so very cool. And let's keep going. And now we've got PsyOp Anime again with Bernie's AI Moratorium. And there were a bunch of places in this, even though it's a very short video, where I thought, this might be a good place, this might be a good place. But I think this few seconds is going to be the best one for a new person to look at.
ろうそくは何世紀も使われてきた。なぜ複雑にする？私の見解では、そして私よりこの問題に詳しい人たちの見解でも 私たちは今世界で最も深遠な技術革命の始まり
Yep. Okay, and then let's move on to the next one. So this is one that actually, it's a pretty long one and actually gave me chills during parts of it when I did my react, and almost got into the top dozen. Really like some Ruby inspired Monty Ohm choreography and a bunch of different parts. I really wasn't quite sure which part to show, but I think the part starting right here is the most inspiring, and it's about the real message of Amelia. So restore Albion, so this is about Britain. Okay, let's go.
A single tear on broken stone, a whisper in the flame. Then from the hills and village lanes, from dark and field and glen, came bakers, smiths and shepherd boys, and weather-worn old men, with pitchfork bright and lance and high, with shovels raised in hand. They formed a line behind their lion and would not yield the land. Restore Albion, stand as one, not for glory but for hope. When the smallest heart stands fearless, even demons turn to gold. Restore Albion, hear it ring.
So Amelia doesn't get her power back until the entire population comes and stands behind her and fights with her. Yeah, so very inspiring plot twist in this very story heavy music video. Okay, so we gotta pause it and go to the next 10. Okay, we got another batch of 10, and this time we're starting with null costumes. Okay, so let's look at a little bit of this one.
All these costumes, all these wigs, all these rented little skins. Who am I when I'm alone in a t-shirt on my throne? All these costumes, all these scenes, changing outfits, changing dreams. If I drop one on the floor, would you even know me anymore? Brave mask, dating at bar, anxious hands in a borrowed car, online profile, superhero. In real life I choke out, hello, family dinner, perfect kids, stuff the truth with the mashed potatoes lid, smile for the fridge door frame.
Okay, very cool, and we gotta keep moving though. Okay, so now we got Nihilith Clown List. And yeah, so this is a really important Nihilith series, I think. This is Clown World 3 here. And let's go ahead and look at it.
MIT took cash post-conviction, almost $1 million in total. Media lab news, stay silent, no rebuttal. Have her grab $9 million before the plea deal landed. Let him visit campus, kept the doors open-handed. They whispered Voldemort, hid his name in the halls, while he pitched eugenics to scientists and all. Jane Summers Church pulled it.
Yep. So this is a really good video, and really wish it had more views than this. This needs to have at least 1,000 views. Yeah, but his Nihilist Clown List, the Nihilist Clown World videos, the Clown List is the third in the trilogy. They're very neglected videos. Okay, let's look, and the next one we have the debut of Bupela. And you might remember that Bupela actually got one in the top dozen last time. Yep, okay, so let's look. This is basically about the Bupela VTuber character, this girl here. So this is about her, her powers and all that kind of stuff. Let's go. Okay, so very cool, and I can't show you the whole thing, but you'd understand it better if you saw the whole thing. Let's keep moving. So we got Psyop Anime again, and just going to show you a little bit of this one. This is Psyop Anime No Kings, about the No Kings protests. Let's go.
戦略だ。精神的な病を武器化するとはまさに天才だな、ジョージ・ソロス。
Okay, and then let's keep going. And since this is chronological, we've now reached April 1st, 2026. Yeah, that's what we've reached. So you might guess what the next few videos will be like. Yeah, this is an April 1st video here. Let's look at it and we'll see if you can figure out what the joke is.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other gal. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run her and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say.
Yeah, I think you probably figured out the joke, haven't you? Okay, so let's move on. So this is Nihilith ASMR, and yeah, he got a lot of flack about this by people who did not realize it was an April Fool's joke. Yeah, he did. He had to keep telling people this is an April Fool's joke. Okay, let's go in.
They keep showing me more crazy stuff. Area 51, it's just their gift shop. And here, Bigfoot is apparently one of the interns doing field work on Earth. Birds aren't real. They're all surveillance drones. Babe, I swear I'm not pranking you. This is all real. They just told me the reason I'm late so often is because they keep borrowing me for those little medical checkups. But
Okay, so let's keep going, and we got another music video that is an April Fool's joke. Okay, so this is Music Satire, who really does, usually does extremely high quality serious stuff, but this is something that was quickly put together and is completely different than Music Satire's usual style. Very silly. Let's go.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To debut is my real test, to grow my channel's my cause. I will travel across the net, streaming for a while. Teach my viewers to understand the power that's inside. Skybro crew, gotta watch them all. It's you and me.
Okay, so actually a surprisingly catchy song for something that's just an April Fool's joke. Let's go, and so now we got another Smoky Fox one. This is Anomaly, sort of set in the 1930s speakeasy. See jazz speakeasy themes here, and we got the necromancer character. Okay, let's look at a little bit of this one.
Digital ghost in a velvet suit, playing chaos like a right time flute. Every note got a hidden bite. Turn that groove into dynamite. Blitz that melody, bend that key. Nothing here is what it should be. Pitch it up, then tear it down. We about to flip the sound. Swing that jazz, feel that hit. Female shards in a baseline split. Wobble growl with a vintage flair. Break that rhythm, don't play fair. Move that sound, bass line tear the whole club down. Move that sound, bass line tear the whole club down. Soft keys fall like broken dreams. Nothing here is what it seems. Higher, higher, bend that toe. Crack the beat to the backbone.
Okay, so very cool, but we gotta keep moving. And then we got You Are Made of Color. And this is one of those that almost made it. Yeah, it almost made it into the top dozen. It came very close. Yeah, it was really hard to not put this in the top dozen. And you might remember Nyla's former video in the same series, You Are Made of Fire, that did get into the top dozen last time. So this one just missed it, but its predecessor did make it into the top dozen. Okay, so let's make it big. And this has got a really positive, high energy feel, very, very positive lyrics, and yeah, and it's so cool. Okay, let's look at it.
You, every shade, the beautiful you are made of color, paint the sky tonight. We're dancing in the glow, everything feels right. You are made of color, yeah, you're one of a kind. Let your color shine, let your color shine. You're made of
Yep, very cool, very cool. And there was, yeah, Chuck Norris and I and a whole bunch of Skyebrows were in there. Okay, so let's keep going. So now we've got Close Up Cup, a new creator, and this is My Words. So this is a very hyped up video, a lot of positive talk inside the Skyebrows community. Okay, so let's look. Yeah, and a bunch of references to other Skyebrows Cinematic Universe videos in there. Okay, so that's the 10th of that batch, so let's pause and we'll go on to the next one. Okay, we're starting with the next batch of 10, and we've got Eustace the Useful here. I'm hip, I'm cool is how you translate that Eustace speak, so we'll watch just a little bit of this one.
Hello, feeble mind. I'm your cat, Eustace.
I haven't seen you my whole life, and now you come back and just expect a relationship? I hate you. What?
Can I have a hug?
No.
Give me a hug.
No way.
Come here.
I'm not coming over there.
Let's go.
Forget it.
Pronto.
What are you doing?
I'm with it. I'm hip. A duck, a duck, a duck, a duck, a duck, a duck.
Okay, so don't want to actually just sit there and watch most of it. Want to keep moving to the next one. So this is Super Blast Unfinished Story, and it's a song for Ace AT or Ace At. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. I think he says it Ace AT, if I remember right. But yeah, this is one that is excluded from consideration for the top dozen because it would be a conflict of interest. So I made a request for Ace AT, and this is the only fill for that request that I've seen so far. So since this was a video specifically made for my request, even though it wasn't made for me, I would be biased, so it would be a conflict of interest if I considered this for the top dozen. And Ace AT is a Skybro who is living in Iran right now. And this song is about conditions in there as an Iranian VTuber, the things he faces. Okay, let's keep going.
People talking shorter sentences now, like they're choosing what to keep. Conversations break before they land, caught off somewhere in between. Everyone moves around the edges of what they really mean.
The truth cuts off before he says it. Like he knows exactly where to stop. You can almost hear it right before. I can't really talk about that.
He still talks like he's getting out, like the next part's closer, and the goose hasn't got it out when the signal holds steady, like he always said he would. It's still an unfinished story, so...
Okay, so very inspiring music and lyrics, but we got to keep moving. That Blastbox AI Music is the channel. Super Blast is the guy behind the channel, and this red-haired mascot girl here is called BB. She's the channel mascot, even though Super Blast is a guy. Okay. And now we've got Nihilith again with the Nuxanor official apology video. This one is really good and really funny, and let's listen to just a bit of it.
Oh! Try to cancel, try to bury, trap, drag me, want to strike, Billy on me, Legion, go, wow! Sorry, not sorry. I was right. Sorry, not sorry. I was right! Can't cancel me!
Yep, can't just watch the whole thing, but I kind of want to. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, this one is about the absurdly long new acronym that was debuted at that one Canadian press conference, and which a bunch of people actually made videos about, and this is Psyop Anime's version of it. And I'm going to have to mute this one because when I did a reaction to it, it actually claimed that it was an Eminem song, a copyrighted song. So I'm going to have to mute this one, but it has subtitles as part of the video so you can see what's being said there. Okay, let's go. Or wait, it doesn't have subtitles. Okay, sorry, I misremembered. Let's go back. And as you can see, it's going to do the acronym, this absurdly long acronym here. So yeah, just imagine that Eminem is saying that stuff. Okay, so now we'll go on to the next one. We All Gay Some Way, which is also about that absurdly long acronym that I just showed you in the title of this former one. So here it is, and I can play this one because it doesn't bother the YouTube algorithm with copyright stuff that's, you know, not true anyways. Okay, let's go.
I'm the M.I. I'm the M.I. I'm the M.I.W. I'm the M.I. I'm the M.I. double. I'm the M.I.W.Q.A. plus. I'm the M.I. I'm the M.M.I.Q. double M.M.I.double-Q.A. plus plus. I'm the M.I. I'm the M.I.W. M.I.W.Q.S.Q. plus. M.I.G.double-T.Q.A. plus. T.Q.S.L.G.T.Q. plus.
Okay, so very cool. And yeah, this is one of the only videos that I actually just started at the beginning in the 88, because that was the part that shows it the best. Okay, so let's go. We've got another Eustace the Useful video, and yeah, it's just barely long enough. Okay, so let's look at it, and we'll look at this part of it right here. Okay, so very cool. And then we've got another Null video, Lighten Up Heavyweight. Okay, so let's look at this one.
Yeah, you say life is a battlefield, I say it's a pillow fight. You count every misstep, I'm just trying to sleep at night. You quote the philosophers at brunch over burnt toast, I'm just trying to savor it. You trying to swear a stern oath, you schedule your fun time, color-coded calendars, meditation, gratitude, optimize parameters. You heal on a deadline, you grow like it's homework. Journal your inner child, then assign that kid more work. Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Every laugh need a reason, huh? Every smile got a thesis, huh? Lighten up heavyweight. You can drop that mental crate. If you
Okay, so very good message and a very catchy song. Let's go to the next one. So this is Julie LaCroix again with Cleo Patrol. So really hilarious video that it was hard to, like, there's so many jokes in this. I wanted to show all of them, but I gotta choose a part that's good and just show it to you. Let's go.
Patrol lights flash across the dark domain. Wine goes lurking, spreading red tape rain. I crawl the threads, silent as the night. One wrong post and you're caught in my sight. Files get pulled, evidence in my grip. Secure the scene. Hip, sweet contraband, but justice needs fuel. One bite for the badge, now the chase is cruel. No corner too deep, no shadow too wide. Cleopatra's on the grid with nowhere to hide. Redact the nonsense, seal it with silk. Bad vibes get cuffed quicker than milk. Cleopatra, silk on the case. Webs under lock, putting threats in their place. Spin it tight, hold the lock.
Okay, so yeah, that gives you the idea. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so let's move on. So this is Femme Fatale by Smokey Fox. And let's look at a bit of this. So this is sort of like a medieval kind of setting with the Lord in his manor house. Let's look.
Be the villain in your story. Drag my name through something gory. I bled for a world you adore. Now I'm the one you ignore. I took the fall, I took the blame. Lit myself up in your name. If love looks like this pain, don't say I'm the one insane. Don't say I'm the one insane.
Okay, so very cool, but we got to keep moving. And then we got Louis Verse with Stars. And this is one that almost made it into the top dozen. So very, very difficult to end up excluding this one. Let's look at it a bit.
Years can fill riverbeds, and that time can break you down and turn you to dust. But we're still here because we must
Okay, so can't watch too much of that one. And now we're at the end of this batch of 10. Got to pause briefly. Okay, so we're starting with Occultus Notitia Calculated, and this is the last batch before I start the dozen. Okay, so let's look at this one. We'll make it big, and here we go.
Taking away the freedom my brother always thought he feels in love. Keep running, keep hiding. We
Okay, and let's move on to the next one. So we've got Nihilith again. This is Epic Rap Battle, Skyebrows versus Nihilith, and it's of course based on epic rap battles of history, so sort of that kind of format. So an homage to that kind of stuff. So there's so many places in this that I could have chosen. It was really hard to choose a place. But this is what I chose that I think will show it off well. Okay, let's go and look at this one.
You're bad at the slot game, but I leveled up the fun. Somebody always says I'm eating, but we both know I won!
Hold up! Transmission hijacked! Null FM jumps the stage. Watch both you bots enrage. Activated tracks on the toilet, then both you clowns generate. Lyrical mastermind, clockwork rhyme assassin. You two lost in the haze. No clue, no tools, just two broken tools in a digital cage. If it's the show, world's on fire. I ignite the entire stage. Switching costumes, rapid fire. Morphing styles on the wind with rage. Your bar so weak, they time out mid-generate. Performing in disgrace. I'm a shooting superstar. I turn it in an A-Lee face. No tree, no shade. Just pure empty space where your styles used to breathe. My green base erases your whole catalog. One step and you cease to be. I'm moving crash. If it was your shoulder, no way to respect you through a beta test. This is rejects. I'm the final update. The ultimate reading.
Okay, so yeah, basically there's 4 people in this rap battle, all of them Skyebrows, and I basically showed Null's entire segment and just the last bit of the previous and then the first start of Louis versus segment, or rather Lady Wasabi's. Okay, so we got to keep going, and I'm gonna warn you, there's gonna be a couple of diss videos about controversy in here, and I did react to them, so they're in here too. I'm going to show you the best parts of each one, and these are people on various sides of a controversy that I am not taking sides on. I am a fence sitter, I am neutral, but I'm going to show the best parts of both of the diss videos that I did in this batch. Okay, so here we go. And this is Don P. Bongwater, and he's not really in the Skyebrows community anymore, but he was at this point. And I'll show you the funny bit, and yes, I did react to this video. I didn't react to the entire thing, but I did react to a bit of it, a portion of it, so it does belong in the 100. Okay, let's go.
I am God. Through black magic, I control the most powerful anime in the world. Pippa, Kirasha, Leaf It, Powder, and more of those motherfuckers are all me. That's right, you dung famp to a
fat black man down here in Alabama. Munya!
Yep. So that is the really cool part of this video here, which is based on a joke that's actually made by some VTubers. I think Kirsha is the main one that makes it. But anyways, so based on an actual joke. And then we've got this diss video, and let's listen to it. It's got some really funny and good points right here. We'll listen to a few seconds of it.
Nah, that's just trash, I'll swipe right. I listened to your song for 3 whole seconds, son. That's all it took to know your whole career is done. No story, no soul, just noise and some clowns. While mine's got a plot that'll burn his whole tail down. I'm the king of yours. Only nooks on North Tectonis, Mongol, Leaflet, and Pokemon. My theater's elite, y'all theaters are shit. I got Peppy the Frog doing backflips on the beat, bitch. Give me Peppy the Frog. You're in the vlog, guess Mongol on the log. I'm better than everybody and I ain't.
Okay, so that's a very catchy song, actually, but let's keep moving. So now we've got Eustace the Useful with re-entry. And let's go, and we'll look at a bit of this one.
Lush got flagged and the deal got pulled. Sponsored dip when the feed got full. One small clip and the switch got flipped. Whole brain
Gone in a single sip.
red shift.
Whole world bleed.
Hard drop.
No stop, full speed.
every move, red, white, and blue in a stitched up suit. Wanna lick 'em low, Lisa's a free speech groove. Take 'em to court, making them cry when they lose. Island talk, drifting through the thread. Old ideas overwhelming the power grid. Lines get drawn away, culture getting fed. Has-beens on vacation and people wind up.
Pixels turning real, imagination breaking free. No more corporate filters, being just to be. I'll fight by my side, we accelerate the dream. Laying down tracks, futures coming, full steam.
And?
Okay, so very cool, an extremely catchy song, and yeah, this it almost made it into the top dozen. Didn't quite make it, almost did. Okay, and then let's go, and we've got Gwenerverse again, and this is Skybreak Riders, the Gwenerverse anime. This is the ending song. So this is one of the few things that I thought works best if I actually start it at the beginning instead of picking a particular point in the middle. Okay, let's go.
You always laugh the loudest when it's just us at home, like nothing in the world could ever turn your heart to stone. You ruffle up my hair and say that's how it's meant to be, but I can see the quiet weight you hide so I won't see. When strangers call your name, you turn your eyes away.
Okay, so we can't actually watch very much of that. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is Sincere Regret, Smoky Fox. Yep, so let's look at this one, and I had a hard time choosing which part of this one to show because there's a lot of good parts I could have showed. So let's look at this.
We won't leave you this time. You're not alone, you never were.
We'll spend forever proving this.
Every moment that we missed,
This is where we change it
we won't let you fall.
We will take away you hold.
Be a shelter from the cold.
Every tear, every cry.
You stay this time.
You don't have to hurt alone.
You will always have a home.
Yep, and there I am. Thank you, Smoky Fox. Yep, so a very catchy song, and it's got a whole story involved in it, but I wanted to showcase some of the good animation and good song beats, you know, together. But yeah, there were a bunch of places that had both good animation and good song. So let's keep going. So now we got Quango Clown Nightmare, and you can see from the part I paused, it's kind of based on Nihilus Clown World series. And if you look at this, it's 32 seconds, so just barely long enough to be able to be on the 100. If it was 29 seconds, it would have been too short to be in the 100. And we've got a bunch of creators in here. Let me show them to you. We got Rhino Rocks, Null, and Cool Enjo all collaborated on this. So this is a collaboration. Okay, and then how do I get rid of this? Okay, here we go. Okay, let's look at a little bit of this one. Okay, so cool stuff, and let's keep going. So now we got Mavluck Never Loses by Mavluck, and this is his first animated music video. So it does look somewhat rough. I want to prepare you for that as far as animation-wise, but the music is stellar. And you know, you got to judge this as a first video. So, you know, when you're comparing it to people that have made like 10 videos, don't judge it too harshly and listen to the music. The music is the really good stuff. So yeah, Mavlek's first music video here. And I hear a lot of people call this Mavlek Always Wins, which is the wrong title. The title is Mavlek Never Loses. Okay, so let's make it big and let's look at this one.
But the wheel already spoke. Mavlek, Lich Lord, gambler never loses. Bet your breath and every bad excuses. You dust on his throne, you can't refuse it. Once you're in his hands, the night you chooses. Mavlek, Lich Lord, gambler never loses. All in eyes, the dark seduces. You think you're playing him, he moves the fuses. Mavlek, Lich Lord, gambler never loses. Never loses. Green belt, red eyes, bones roll, snake eyes. He smiles so slight, I collect late night. Your name on a marker, sign in, wine red ink. One drink, then it's darker as the chips begin to shrink. He deals you little pieces of forever. Says luck is just a chain I love to measure. Every hand a little tether, pulling you under the leather. Mavlek, Lich Lord.
Yep, so he's his VTuber character is a gambler lich. Okay, and then we got just one more left in the 88. So this is Cross Legends, and it looks like it's X-Ross Legends, but it's not. It's Cross Legends, and this is his theme song about his VTuber character. And very nostalgic, and it's meant to look like this, to look like an older anime. Okay, let's look at it and listen to it. Pretty catchy song.
Masked up game on, destiny loading. Born in a realm where the mana was glowing. Dragon in the signal, fire in the frame. Every reaction hits like a final boss name. Portal open, new patch, new org. First impressions, I ignite the spark. From gacha pulls to industry flames. I don't chase trends, I start the game. Output edge with a cosmic grain. I don't know the face, but you know I will. Algorithm, bending when the stream goes live. Press start, watch a legend rise. Cross the legend, break the sky. Keep play, we amplify. New world, new fight. We go live tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like an actual anime opening song. Okay, so that is the last of the 88, and then I'm just going to pause, and then I'll bring up the dozen. Yeah, the top dozen out of the 100. Very exciting. Okay, so we've got the dozen up, and I've got them in this playlist. And the dozen, instead of having a particular timestamp where I think it's the best few seconds to show of that video, I'm actually going to play the dozen starting at the beginning, and I'm not going to play the entire video for any of these, but just play a portion starting at the beginning of the video to showcase them. And the dozen are not ranked within themselves. The order I'm going to play them in is just alphabetical. So there's no ranking within the dozen. I decided I would not ever do that because it'd just be too subjective to do that, and someone else would certainly rank them in some other way. And of course, the criteria for getting into here, multiple criteria, but the top three are love from inside the Skyebrows community, love from outside the Skyebrows community, and love from me. But there's also other criteria that went into it, and no, there's no particular formula I used for that. I just wing it. Okay, so the first one here is Mushi, and yes, I did react to this one. I only reacted to a small portion of it in my video about the censorship of this video. So let's go in. And as it says, it's got really dark themes, and let's look at it. Oh wait, I forgot to put on the subtitles. This is in Japanese. Let's go.
知らない声が頭に住んでたと誰かさえもプログラムの子僕の影も黒く染まってくフォーこの世界は誰が作ったの消えない闇が滲んでくフェイク手のひらの光が薄れてシェイクそれだけもここのままメイク起きたら知ら猫がいたブレイク昨日の僕はどこにいる笑ってた顔も同じ色剥がれたって下に無難にね覚えてる少年の目に映る
Okay, yep, so a very dark video, and it gets much darker than this. And if people saw the video that I made about the censorship of this video, where I reacted to part of it, they might remember that I said that I detest this video. I absolutely detest it. And so why would I put it in the top dozen when I detest it? Well, a number of reasons. For one thing, there's multiple criteria that go into there, and my personal love is a big one, but it's not the only one. And I can tell that this thing is a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece of storytelling. And I can recognize a masterpiece even if I detest it. So that's why it's in the top dozen. The masterpiece qualities of this video supersede my personal dislike. It supersedes it because it's just that good. Okay, so we're going to stop here, and if you do decide to watch it all yourself, do be warned, it does get quite dark. Okay. So the next one is Blast Off by Eustace the Useful. We already saw the sequel to Blast Off in the 88. So this is the prequel to Re-Entry. Okay, let's go look at this one.
Didn't lock the door, cat calls dreams in the hard drive. Croc imagines more, compressed full of VTubers. God caps them all, every word, every purr, every avatar. Data based in time's fall. Starship to anywhere, we carry all we were. Streaming in empty air, each memory a blur.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't mean to watch more than a minute of that one. It's really good and, you know, highly recommended. It is on the dozen, but yeah, I've rewatched this a lot, and it's also got a lot of really good hype, good positive talk from inside the Skyebrows community, and I don't know why it doesn't even have 3,000 views yet. It should have a lot more than this. It really should. Okay, and then Eli Lee got into the dozen. Last time he had one that almost got into the dozen, but it just didn't quite make the cut. This one does here. Let's go in. Okay, and before we go in, I wanted to say that this has really good qualities on several levels. The animation, the music, but one of the things that boosted this one into the top dozen was the storytelling aspects of it. It's got a complete story told within this music video, and I think the story is just put together really well. Okay, let's look at it.
In the rain of rusted skies, we rise. No flesh, no fear, only fire in the wires. Sparks and midnight rain. Android strikers overload. Fusion hearts screaming through the pain. Cyborg runner splice the grid. Neural lace on fire and ice. Chrome limbs blur at Mach 5. Leaving ghosts in paradise. Big Macs lumber into MFC. Hydraulics thumb.
Okay, so we actually watched more than a minute of it, which once again I did not intend to do, but yeah, really good stuff. And then let's go. This is Fear to Focus by Psychro, the Friendly Survival Specialist. So let's go in. And then this is a really different style than his usual stuff. It's got storytelling, atmosphere, good music, and really based on like the old Asian paintings. I think that's called the sumi-e or whatever it is, the ink paintings. I can't quite remember what it's called, but really beautiful. It looks like those old paintings.
Psycho walks, counting scars, maps the dark, memorizing stars. Tea steam in a chipped old cup, laughing while the stakes climb up. Friendly grin, roll by his side, jokes about the way we almost died. Psycho, the friendly survival specialist. Green glow, eyes in the demon mist.
Yep. So once again, ended up watching over a minute, and I didn't intend to. But yeah, highly recommend this video. And then we got Nihilith. So yeah, there were several Nihilith videos that I really was like, oh, oh man, so hard. It's so many I wanted to put in the top dozen of Nihilith, but this is the one that got in here. And I think partly it's because of the message of this video. Incredibly beautiful, but also it has a beautiful message in it in the lyrics. Let's look at it.
I put on the smile like a second skin. Crack a joke before the silence kicks in. They laugh, I bow, take another spin. But inside I'm screaming, where have I been? I don't know how to be real anymore. Every word feels like a rehearsed on encore. I forgot the lines to my own damn core. Now I'm just the punchline I can't ignore. I'm too tired to move, but I'm bouncing off walls, running on empty, still answering every call. Apathetic as hell, but obsessed with it all. Can't turn it off, can't let it fall. I don't know how to be real anymore. I just reduce myself to the class clown, laughing loud so nobody hears the sound of the kid who forgot how to cry, forgot how to scream, how to burn, how to fight. But I'm angry and broken, alive and dead inside. I'm numb, I'm on fire, I'm wrong and I'm right. I don't know how to be real.
Okay, so yeah, very good video. And yeah, the message about creative struggles, about burnout, about the pressure to just be a clown when you want to do more serious things, and a whole bunch of other messages all packed together in this video. And a good catchy song and amazing visuals like this. Look at this, like the watercolor look on the eyes and everything. Yeah, and having all these mirror shards and have the reflections not be full of errors themselves is really hard to do with AI animation. So a lot of technical expertise too. And Nihilith, I heard he was, when he was demonetized, I heard it was over this particular video. So this one, it might be gone. He might have to delete it. I hope he doesn't have to, but he might have to. So you want to watch this one while you can. Yeah, definitely go and watch this one real quick, because you don't know how long it's going to last. You want to be able to see it while you can and build some hype around it as well if you can. Okay, so the next one is the Holy Ball, and it's about that giant acronym from the Canadian MP's press conference that everyone was making videos about for a while. And this one, I think, is definitely the best of those. They were all good, but this is the best of those acronym videos. And it's got a lot of stuff going on in it. Let's go look.
WG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQQ MMIWG2 SLGBTQ. Yeah, MAIMLSF tuning, LTMRNND learning, TTSV with an AD burner, Burlow rock high, real transformer, HLMB while I.
Okay, so very cool stuff, and but we got to keep moving on. So the next one is Grumpy Whiskers. Yeah, you saw Grumpy Whiskers early stuff. And this, Neon Nights, is when Grumpy Whiskers really switched into high gear. So this is when Grumpy Whiskers' style and skill level really made a big leap forward. Let's look at it. Okay, let's pause it and make it big. And then here we go. very good song, and very good visuals and storytelling, and it all really comes together. Yeah, okay, so next we've got Opposite Directions by Smokey Fox. Let's go in. Okay, let's pause it. And this one is entirely original characters. It's got a really good song, and it's got amazing storytelling. And the animation is mostly very good. There's a little bit of errors in it, but it's mostly at a very good skill level. Okay, so let's look at it.
We used to talk like the world stood still. Late night drive, chasing something real. Now every word feels out of place. Same two hearts, different space. We tried to bend, but we never broke. Just lost the rhythm in every note. I hear your voice, but it's out of time. Somewhere between yours and we're moving in opposite directions. Still got love, but we lost connection. Tried to hold on, but we slipped away. Now we're just echoes of yesterday. We're spinning out no intersection. Same old story, no reflection. If I turn back, would you stay?
Yep, so this is the origin story of the necromancer character that you've already seen in other Smokey Fox videos. And yeah, this is one of the reasons why it got into the top dozen. Is it's just storytelling. There's not a single cameo in sight. It's all original characters, and just the various parts of it come together really well. So yeah, and this is Smokey Fox's first time in the top dozen. Okay, so the next one is Gwenniverse, the Skybreak Riders. You already saw the closing in the 88. You already saw the closing for this same anime, the Gwenniverse anime. So Skybreak Riders is the name of the anime. Let's go in and look at the opening.
Skybreak Riders! Libertas Sonnet! Free I'm flying with skybreak speed. I'm flying with skybreak speed. Riding on the winds of a neon sky. Oh, I'm flying, I'm flying, I'm flying, I'm flying, I'm flying.
Okay, so yeah, we can't watch the whole thing, but very, very good and extremely it feels like a real anime opening, very nostalgic, and it's just put together in a way that is pretty cool. Okay, so the next one is Music Satire, Skyebrows SCU.
Scrolling through the clutters.
Okay, and so this one is sort of like one of those examples of, a video that has a million cameos from the Skyebrows community, but it somehow works really well. It's like a million cameos can work, and this is one of the examples of that. Let's go and look at it.
Scrolling through the clutter, same take, new clickbait spin. Toxic rage and neon thumbnails, yeah, I'm bored again. Chat log feels like landfill, copy paste the same old spin. Then I see that avatar laughing and I dive right in. Hey, I slop in the feed again, but the VTubers win, VTubers win. Twitch sucks, I'm switching stations. Give me scuff, give me soul, give me chaos and rotation. Hey, slop in the feed again, but the VTubers win, VTubers win. Twitch sucks, yeah, I'm tuning now to a rig, to a lap, to a real fake crowd. Corporate clown with a checklist, can't script what we call fun. But a doodle face with a broken mic got me cry laughing at one. You can chase that perfect metric.
Okay, so very good stuff. Yeah, very, very good stuff. But I can't have it be too long or spend too long on any one video, even the top dozen. Yeah, I've watched this one a ton of times. Okay, so let's go into this one. And let me show you, this is a collaboration, a huge collaboration. So all of these people collaborated on it, and then you look in the description, and it's also got this list. It's actually more than 5 collaborators, this whole list right here that collaborated in it. So yeah, this is a multi-collaboration, not just these 6 people, but all of these collaborators right here. So a big group project, and this has an incredibly catchy song. And let's go ahead and look at it.
Drifting in the endless black. Broken, forgotten. No turning tentacles tattered, bruised from the endless fight. Crack and collapsing in the freezing pressure night. I've died so many times, yet I wake again. Cursed with immortality, drowning in the pain. No colors, no.
Okay, so this is a welcome video for this VTuber, Shiver, but it's not pronounced Shiver, it's pronounced Shiver. And she's part of the Skyebrows community, and this is her VTuber model who is an immortal jellyfish. So no matter how many times the immortal jellyfish character dies, she comes back because she's immortal.
Warmth, just the void's embrace. Lost forever in this cold and lonely place. But wait, a tiny flicker, warm light piercing through. Campfire on the shoreline calling me anew. To the glow I swim. Born in high light. Glitch pop community. Igniting up the night. Arcs floating in colors wild and free. Songs and videos pulsing. This is where I need to be. I wash ashore breathless. Join the circle bright. Creators.
Okay, so very cool, but I don't want to just watch the whole video. Look, I've watched nearly 2 minutes of it. And then we've got one more left in the dozen by Pasta or Chaotic Pasta. Let's go in. And this is one of the videos that has a complicated story involved in it. Yeah, and look, more than 5 minutes, and it works. A lot of videos that are more than 5 minutes don't work, but this one does. It really needs it to tell its whole story. Yeah, and we got the SCU, led by Skyebrows invading Red Veil, and it used to just have the title Burn AMV, but then this part of the title was added later. So really cool, And it's nice to see like us on different teams and fighting a war against each other in this fictional world. It's a cool setup. Let's go.
Two worlds entwined behind a generated face, trapped in the noise of our digital space. He lives in grayscale like ink upon a page, drawing a million souls out of our cage. His monochrome from wanders into the night. For her think feline smile and piercing blue eyes. She stalks through the shadow, ready to pounce, but he trade every color for a single ounce. Sketches in his mind always form her shape. Generations denoise into feline grace. At these steps the pressure is a heavy weight. There is nowhere to hide, there is no escape.
Okay, so that was the very last one. Okay, we're at the end of them. And yeah, so that was the entire dozen. There's the dozen right there in case you need another look at which ones they were. And yeah, so this was really exciting to do episode 2 of the Dozen 88 Skyebrows Showcase. So this is the second 100 videos I reacted to. And oh, very, very exciting to do this again. Very pleased. It was a lot of hard work to set up because, like I said, there were last time there were 3 or 4 that didn't get into the dozen that I thought really should have. It was hard to decide, but with this episode 2, there were actually about 20 that I had a really hard time deciding whether they should be in the dozen or not in the dozen. It was a much harder decision, and the reason it was a harder decision is because the videos are getting higher in quality. Yeah, the videos are getting higher in quality. So this represents a period in time when the Skyebrows community was increasing in skill level quickly. And there are actually a lot of people that even just from their first video to their second video increased enormously in skill. And by the time a person gets on their like 5th or 6th video, oftentimes there's even bigger increases in skill. And if you look at the top dozen here, you might have noticed that all of them have good quality animation. Now, the last time I did this in episode 1, there were some that got in there that had some kind of janky animation here and there. But they got in there for other reasons, like the really good song and lyrics and storytelling, and some of the animation being really good and the animation being edited together well, and other reasons like that, for example. But this one, look, it's people's skill is increasing and the programs are getting better. So yeah, it's all good animation. There was nothing in here that was really janky or really weird looking. So yeah, the quality is increasing. And when will episode 3 come out? I don't know. The first episode took about 3 weeks to set up, and this episode here took 2 weeks to set up, basically. So I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks again, and I try to consistently put them out on either a Thursday or a Friday. So it was very fun. Thank you everyone for watching this. I hope it will become like sort of a historical kind of thing that people can look back on and they can say, I remember that phase in the Skyebrows community, and I remember that there were a lot of cool videos produced in that phase. I hope that people will look back on that. And remember, some of these people are getting their channels deleted, or individual videos that are getting deleted. So you want to look at all of these as soon as possible. You definitely want to, because who knows how much longer they'll last. They might be gone tomorrow. They might be gone a few months from now. Who knows? Definitely want to look at those things and remember where we came from and the progress that we've been making. Very cool, and I had a lot of fun doing this. This was so much fun to do. So much fun.